All right, first day. 1:22:19. Okay, so our objective today, what we're going to be doing is graphing linear equations. We're going to be graphing linear equations. In math, linear means line, so it's really going to be straight lines. I mean, there's a lot of lines. We're going to get into the curvy ones here in a couple of days. We're going to get into parabolas. But today we're not going to do parabolas. We're going to do plain old straight lines. So in math, when we say linear, linear really means a straight line. So this is really going to be a straight line. Okay. So the term linear means straight. The term quadratic or parabola, those are going to be those curvy ones, right? You guys remember those? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have to go back to the y equals mx plus b. Okay, hopefully you remember that. The m in every equation stands for the slope, right? So m equals the slope of the line. And slope's kind of like the steepness. And I know a lot of you guys downhill ski because we live in Leavenworth, so think about the steepness. You know, same thing. You're going down, or you might even be going up, right? But the slope is always a fraction, and it's the rise over the run. Okay? And I think you guys have seen this before. I don't think today's lesson should just be a review. And if you've never learned it, then all right, today's the first day. Okay? The b in this stands for the y-intercept. The b is the y-intercept. Okay? So to be a y-intercept, we're really talking about where the line intercepts the y-axis. The y-intercept is where the line intercepts the y-axis. So to graph this, put in my y-axis, and I'm going to put in my x-axis. So for example 1, every line has a name. Every line has a name. The name of the line I'm going to graph is y equals 2/3 x minus 5. So to graph this, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead first and go to the y-intercept, which is the -5. And that's where we like to start. So I'm going to go down to -5. Yeah, you're way heavy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Put a dot. And then I'm going to apply the slope. I'm going to go up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3. So from the y-intercept, I'm going to go up 1, 2, and I'll go over 1, 2, 3. And since the line goes on forever, I'll just do that again, right? Up 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3. I can even go backwards, 2, 1, 2, 3 if I wanted to, because the line goes on forever, right? Connect the dots. Put arrows on the end because a line goes on forever. Thumbs up? Okay, good. And again, this should just be a review of things you've done before, okay? All right, example 2. Well, I have a y-intercept of -3, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Okay, put my y-intercept at -3. So I'm going to start at -3 for my y-intercept, okay? Now, my slope is a fraction. I've got a 2. I need a fraction here. So I'm going to change my 2 into a fraction by making it 2 over 1, right? So I'm going to change my 2 into 2 over 1 because I need a slope. 2 over 1, so I'm going to go up 2 from my y-intercept. I'm going to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. I'll have my graph up 2 over 1, 2 over 1. Okay, and so forth and so on. And I'm going to connect the dots. Okay. Thumbs up. Nice review. Hopefully everybody's seen this before. I know Isaac has. Okay, how am I doing? Am I going too fast or am I okay? If I get going too fast, please tell me. Okay. All right, example 3. I've got a y-intercept of 1, so all right, I'm going to do that. Put my x and my y-axis in. x-axis and y-axis, all right? And I'm going to start at positive 1. Okay? Now, I need a fraction here. I need a fraction for my slope. I don't have a fraction, but there's an invisible 1. Everybody agree? There's an invisible 1, so I'm going to put my 1 here. And I can make that into fraction being 1 over 1, okay? So, I need a fraction, so I made the invisible 1 over 1. So I'm going to start at positive 1, and I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. So if you guys go skiing, you can see the difference. This line goes down. It goes down because it has a negative slope. This line's going down, it has a negative slope. That makes sense. These lines go up because they have a positive slope. This line goes up because it has a positive slope. That makes sense, doesn't it? Always works that way, okay? Okay, number 4. It's a little bit different. I've got a y-intercept of 5. I see that. But it doesn't have a slope. I know I can start at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it doesn't have a slope. So what kind of line is that? Straight line. Good. Is it straight? Yeah. Straight across. It's horizontal, straight across. It's not up and down because the slope really is 0. The slope is, I could write this as y equals a 0x plus 5. You know, it's kind of redundant, but it's up 0 over 1, up 0 over 1. So it really is a horizontal line going straight across. Thanks, Cameron. Now, what I like about this thing is if you really think about what's going on, everybody watching? What's the y value? Right here.
5.
What's the y value?
5.
What's the y value?
5.
Y value?
5.
Y value? So y is always equal to 5. Math makes sense. I know some kids, I don't get math. Math is just so confusing. It's not, actually. The problem with math is there's too many rules, right? Because math, it does make sense. There's just too many rules, right? Okay. Example 5. What do you think about example 5? What would be the difference between 4 and 5? Yeah, it's vertical. Yep, totally right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and it does not have a y-intercept at all. It doesn't have a y-intercept, so graph my y-axis, graph my x-axis, and I go to -1, -2, -3 right there, and it is vertical, okay? Now, here's how you can remember the slope. The slope is undefined, but here's how you can remember the slope, always. Ski this. You're going to die, right? Ski this, you're going to die. I don't care how good you are. You could be the best in the world. You ski this, you're going to die. So the slope doesn't exist. In fact, the slope is undefined. You could say the slope is 1 over 0, but 0, you can't divide by 0, it's undefined. So undefined slope, okay? That makes sense? And the easiest to remember this is slope is steepness. And if you have to ski this, it's so steep you're going to die, okay? Okay, example 6. Oh, how am I going to do example 6? Am I going to go up to 100? 1, 2, 3. That'd be pretty dumb, wouldn't it? So, yeah, let's go by 25. So let's change our scales, okay? So Isaac says, okay, let's change our scales. I like that idea. Let's go by 25, since I'm going to go 25 over 1, right? So let's go, here's my 1. So I'll go 50. Nope, I'm going to go 25. I'm going to take Isaac's suggestion. 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175, and 200, right? Pretty good on that. And then, what about the x scales? What about the x scales? By ones. Derek, how come? You're right. How come?
Because you have no space. It's easier to look at. I don't know. You have no space to.
Well, I'm going to go up 25. Think about this. I'm going to go up 25 over what? 1. You're not wrong with what you said. I think it's easier to say it this way because you're going to go up 25 over 1. But I agree, Derek, go by ones, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so let's do it. Let's start at 100. Isaac, you're right. Let's start at 100. And then we're going to go up 25 over 1, up 25 over 1, so forth and so on. There it is. And you got to be careful because some kids will look at the graph and they'll say the slope is 1 over 1, but it's not. So, well, that's easy, Mr. Hughes. Up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. But if the scales are different, you've got to be careful on your slope. You're really going up 25 over 1, right? Up 25 over 1, okay? How am I doing? Not too fast? Okay, turn the page. All right, now the problem with example 7 is it's not in slope-intercept form. So let's write that down. Okay, slope-intercept form, okay? Meaning it's got to be in some y equals mx plus b form, okay? So in order for us to do this, it's got to say y equals blah, 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 okay? It really does. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to solve for y. And I'm going to go through this slowly. If you already know how to do this, just zip ahead of me. That's fine. But let me show everybody else how to do this, okay? Solve for y. So we did a little bit of solving, but we didn't solve like this. So here's my y. Everybody looking? Everybody look up here, okay? Here's my y. If I want to solve for y, I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of the 2x. I want to get rid of it. And I want to get rid of the 3. If I get rid of the 2x and the 3, what's left? The y, right? So let's get rid of the 2x first. So if I subtract 2x, it's gone, right? But it's an equation. So what you do to one side, you have to do the same thing to the other side to keep it balanced. So I'll subtract 2x here. So I want to get y by itself. I got rid of the 2x. Subtract 2x, okay? That's gone. So we got a 3y equals. This is not a 10x. This is not. These are x's and that's not. You cannot combine these. This is just simply a 12 minus 2x, okay? Cannot subtract those. That's 12, and these are x's, okay? Divide by 3. Divide everything by 3. Everything by 3. We'll have y equals a 4 minus a 2/3 x, okay? Now I can graph from there. I can start at 4 and go down to over 3, but I might rewrite it. You don't need to, but I'm going to rewrite as y equals a negative 2/3 x plus 4. Same answer, same answer. It's just in the correct form. Okay, so then let's go ahead. Start at 4. Get my ruler out. I'm going to start up at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I'm going to apply my slope, negative 2/3. I'm going to go down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3. There it is. How am I doing? Good. Example 8. We're going to solve for y. There are 3 or 4 different ways to do this, and all of them are correct. Anybody anybody have any ideas? I always like to hear from you guys. What do you think? Let's solve for y. Anybody have any ideas?
Subtract 3x.
Okay, let's subtract 3x. You know what Daisy did last period? She brought the 2y over. But let's subtract 3x, because they still works, okay? Minus 3x, minus 3x. I'm okay with that, right? And that's gone, right? So I would have a 8 minus 3x. You can't subtract those. Equals a negative 2y. Okay? Let's divide by negative 2. Yep. Divide by negative 2. Everything. Okay? I'll have a negative 4 plus positive 3 over 2x equals y. Okay, now I can graph that. Even though it's written backwards, I can still graph it, right? I'm going to start at positive 4. Okay, start at negative 4. My bad. Start at negative 4, so it's right about there. Start at negative 4. Up. 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2. Okay. And there it is. Okay, that's all I have for today. I'll post